Shalom Aleichem Chevra. Unfortunately, we're sitting another year during the weeks of the Bein HaMetzarim, the weeks in between Shiva Asar B'Tammuz and Tisha B'Av, the weeks in which we mourn over everything that was and we yearn for everything that will be. We mourn over not just the loss of the physical building of the Beis HaMikdash, but everything that building represented. The Ru'uchi Baskam L'Fnei HaMakom, the clarity that we're able to have, the relationship that we're able to have with the Rabban Shalom, the Yeshakenu and Shikas Piyu that was clear to us in a place called the Beis HaMikdash, and we yearn to have that back again. An authentic relationship with ourselves, with the people around us, and most importantly with the Rabban Shalom, to believe with certainty and to be able to see with clarity that lesas are panamine, that there's no place that's void of the Rabban Shalom, that he's mamali v'seiv of kol alman, he fills and surrounds the worlds, and to be able to get back to that place of geula, the geula hapratis, but ultimately the geula haklalis that will come to Mehera. And we're trying to figure out what's the avodah, how we're able to connect to something that seems so foreign to us, so beyond us. We don't know exactly what we're yearning for. We don't know what we're mourning over. How are we in Tafshin Pei Gimel supposed to mourn over the Beis HaMikdash and yearn for the world called geula? So we all know that the Heilige Kotzker grew up in a town called Tomashov. And when the Kotzker, after he had become a big Rebbe, was headed back to his town, everybody in town was fighting over who was going to be able to host their Rebbe, the Heilige Kotzker Rebbe. And finally, the wealthiest person in town, who was also a Yari Shamayim, was chosen to be able to host the Rebbe. He had the most spacious house. He had the ability to be able to accommodate the Rebbe and all the Hasidim that would come see the Rebbe. And it was his home that was chosen to host the Kotzker Rebbe. And as the Kotzker drove into town on his wagon, this Yid greets the Kotzker at the entrance to town and says, Rebbe, it's my schus to be able to host you. I have a separate wing in my home, a brand new bed, a brand new couch, a place for you to be able to sit and learn. I have all the svarim that you need, all the food that you need, everything set up for you to be able to daven and learn in peace, b'shalva, and to be able to sit b'yechidus with all the chasidim that you need to greet during your stay over here. And the Rebbe said, thank you so much. I really appreciate the invitation. I appreciate the opportunity to stay in your house. But the truth is that I want to stay by Rabbi Yankel's house. And they said, which Rabbi Yankel? They didn't know of any Rabbi Yankel that was wealthy, that would be able to host the Rebbe in the manner that they felt was befitting for the Rebbe. And he said, you know Rabbi Yankel the Malamed, the one who teaches Pri Waneh, who teaches the beginning of Cheder Aleph Beis? He said, I want to stay by that Yid Rabbi Yankel. He was my Rebbe, he was my Malamed when I was a little child. And they asked the Kotzker, they said, Rebbe, why him? There's a lot bigger tzaddikim in the town of Tomashav. There's a lot wealthier people. Why Rabbi Yankel over all the people in town? So the Heilige Kotzker Rebbe, whose Iker Inyan was the Inyan of Emes, said, I'll explain to you very simply. He said, what Rabbi Yankel taught me was the letters of Aleph Beis. He taught me Aleph and Beis and Veis and Gimel. He taught me the letters of Aleph Beis and the Nekudas. He says, what he taught me, what Rabbi Yankel taught me, are those things that I know 100%. I know with 100% certainty that an Aleph is an Aleph and a Beis and a Beis, and I know what a Kamatz Aleph makes, and I know what a Kamatz Beis makes. Zakta Kotzker, everything that I learned after the Aleph Beis and the Nekudas that Rabbi Yankel taught me, I don't know with 100% MS. Once I started learning Chumash and Rashi, I don't know if that pshat that I understood in Rashi was 100% the pshat in Rashi. I don't know if the pshat that my Rebbe told me in the Gemara was 100% pshat. Maybe it's not MS La'amita. Maybe there's another way to understand the Gemara. I don't know if the way I understood a Shulchan Aruch and a Ramah is 100% MS La'amita. Maybe I understood it in a way which is not exactly what the Ramah meant, and not what the Bach and the Beis Yosef meant, and therefore Zakta Kotzker. I want to go back to that place of Emes La'amitai, the one who taught me the Aleph Beis, the one who taught me the only thing that I'm 100% certain about in my life, that Kamatz Aleph is the Beis, Kamatz Beis is Ba. I want to go back to that Rabbi Yankel's house, who gave me the clarity, the Emes La'amitai, the only Emes that I really have, which is the Oisis of Aleph Beis. And perhaps that's the Avodah during Chodesh Av. We know that the Heilige Svarim HaKadoshim tell us that Av is Oisius Aleph Beis. And the Avodah of Chodesh Av is to get back to those things with a Pshitas and a Tmimus, those things that we know for sure, those things that we know with 100% clarity, but that we're missing that clarity in the world of Geula. V'heim bikshu cheshbonos rabbos. The world of Galus is a world of bilbul. It's a world of confusion. It's a world where the Nachash is coming to every one of us and telling us, eat from the Eitz Hadas v'yisim kelikim. This will make you more spiritual. And we're forgetting about the Ratzon Hashem. We're forgetting about the fact that there's a Rabban Hashem in the world who loves us and only wants to do good for us. And v'heim bikshu cheshbonos rabbos, we start to think and get involved in many, many other thoughts, the bulbulim of that world called the Nachash, of that world of Amalek, which is Safek. We start to forget that which we know, which is clear, which is less Aser Panamine, which is that Bereshis B'Shvil Yisrael Shenek Bereshis, that the world is created for every single one of us, that every one of us have a Chelik Elikayim Mal Mamash inside of us. We forget those things, and we get caught up in the bulbulim of the world called Galus. And what we're yearning for during the Chodesh of Av is to get back to that place of Aleph Beis, to get back to that place where we're able to know things with 100% certainty, with the Tmimus and Pshitas and the Emes La'amita away, that we know that the Rebbeinu Shem is here and the Rebbeinu Shem loves us even though we're in Galus, that Imay Anoichi B'tzara, that the Rebbeinu Shem is with us at every moment of our lives, that there's no place and no thing that we're able to do that can separate us, Chalila, for a second from the Rabbanu Shalom. And we beg the Rabbanu Shalom, give us back the Aleph Beis, give us back those things that make Adam Yashar, those things that we needed and we had at the beginning of our lives that got confused in that world of Ein Bikshu Cheshbonos Rabbos. And that's what we're really yearning for, to get back to that place of Tmimus and Pshitas, of Yishakenu Medashikas Piyu, when we're able to get back that relationship with the Rabbanu Shalom, the relationship of Aleph Beis, the simple relationship, when we're able to know things with a clarity, with a certainty, the same way the Katzka Rebbe knew that Kamatz Aleph is and Kamatz Beis is Ba. Hashem should help us, we should be zeicha to mourn over that lack of clarity that we have, to mourn over the Cheshbonos Rabbos, and to yearn to get back to that place of Tmimus and Pshitas, the place of the Aleph Beis, the place of the certainty of the Emes La'amitai. And Rich Hashem, by yearning for that, and by begging the Rabban Hashem for the clarity, for the certainty of the simple things in life, which are so crucial for our everyday Avodas Hashem, we'll be able to be zeicha to have the Geula HaPratis, and Rich Hashem, the Geula HaKlamas.